Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Class 8, we are doing chapter number 2, measurement, and we have already discussed the question answers and exercises of this chapter. So do all the exercises in your book very properly, and the question answers in your physics copies very carefully and neatly, and draw the figures as I have told you. Now here these are the numericals. We are going to discuss the numericals today. Numerical 1 is the density of an object is 2.85 gram per cubic centimeter. Express it in kilogram per cubic meter. So here you have to convert this density, which is 2.85 gram per cubic centimeter, into kilogram per cubic meter. So what you have to do, as we know, 1 gram per cubic centimeter equals to 1000 kilogram per cubic meter. So what you have to do, you have to multiply 2.85 by 1000 and you will get the answer. Now second numerical is a wooden piece of volume 20 cubic centimeter has a mass of 130 gram. Find the density of wood. As we know, what is density? Density is mass per unit volume, or D equals to M upon V. So volume is given 20 cubic centimeter and mass is given 130 gram. So use this formula, D equals to M upon V, and you will get the answer. Now next one is the dimensions of a room are 20 meter into 8 meter into 6 meter. When the density of air is 1.5 kilogram per cubic meter, find the mass of air in the room. Now what is given here? Density of air is given, which is 1.5 kilogram per cubic meter, and dimensions of a room are given, which are 20 meter into 8 meter into 6 meter. So multiply 20, 8 and 6. 20 into 8 into 6 will give you the volume, and density is given 1.5, and you will get the volume by multiplying 20, 8 and 6. 20 into 8 into 6, you will get the volume, and density is 1.5. So what is mass? Mass equals to density into volume. You have to multiply volume and density. Volume you will find out by multiplying 28 and 6, and density is given. So mass you will find out by multiplying volume and density, and that is 1440 kilogram. Now fourth one is calculate the density of a solid when part A is mass of the solid equals to 100 gram. Now mass is given here, which is 100 gram, and you have to find out the density of the solid when its mass is 100 gram. Now B, initial volume of water in the measuring cylinder is given, which is 45 milliliters. Now part C is final volume of water when the solid is completely immersed in it equals to 60 ml. As we know, mass of the solid is 100 gram. Is initial volume of water in the cylinder equals to 45 ml, and when the solid is completely immersed in water, the water level rises up, and now the final volume is 60 ml. So we know that density equals to mass upon volume, but here there are two volumes, initial and final. Before the solid is immersed in water, that is the initial volume 45 ml, and after the solid is completely immersed in water, now the volume is 60 ml. So volume will be calculated as final volume minus initial volume, 60 minus 45, that will give you the volume. And so now here density equals to mass upon final volume minus initial volume. Now we know that 1 ml equals to 1 cubic centimeter, so 45 ml equals to 45 cubic centimeter, and 60 ml equals to 60 cubic centimeter, and the answer will be 6.67 gram per cubic centimeter. Now this is your class assignment and I have solved this for you. Now the numerical is the mass of an empty graduated cylinder is 32.4 gram, and when it is filled with 40 ml of liquid, its mass becomes 58.4 gram. Find the density of the liquid. So here the mass of empty graduated cylinder is given, which is 32.4 grams. And now this cylinder is filled with 40 ml of liquid. Now its mass becomes 58.4 gram. When the liquid is filled in it, its mass is now 58.4 grams. So you have to find the density of the liquid. Now mass of the cylinder when it is filled with liquid equals to 58.4 grams. So what will be the mass of the liquid? As we know, mass of the liquid filled cylinder is 58.4 gram and mass of the empty cylinder is 32.4 gram. Then we have to subtract 32.4 gram from 58.4 gram and the answer is 26 grams. Now as we know that the volume of the liquid is 40 ml or 40 cubic centimeter, we can easily find the density of the liquid. Density equals to mass upon volume. So mass is 26, volume is 40. So 26 upon 40 gram per cubic centimeter will give you the answer, and you will get the answer 0.65 gram per cubic centimeter. That will be the density of the liquid. Now next is an empty RD bottle. Weighs, RD means relative density bottle, weighs 30 gram. The weight, or you can say the mass of the empty RD bottle is 30 gram, and when it is completely filled with water, it weighs 75 gram, and when filled with another liquid, it weighs 65 gram. So you have to calculate the volume of the density bottle and density of the liquid and relative density. So here first you have to find out the volume of the density bottle. So you know the mass of empty bottle, that is 30 grams, and when it is completely filled with water, its mass is now 75 gram, and when it is filled with another liquid, its mass is 65 gram. So how will you calculate the volume? So mass of the RD bottle which is empty is 30 grams, and when it is filled with water, its mass is 75 grams. So how will you calculate the mass of water? Mass of water equals to 75 minus 30, that is 45 grams. Now what is the volume of water? Volume of water is mass upon density. Volume equals to mass upon density. Mass is 45 and density is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So 45 upon 1 means 45 cubic centimeter is the volume of water. And this is only the capacity of the density bottle, because it is completely filled with water, and the volume of water is 45 cubic centimeter. So the volume of the density bottle is 45 cubic centimeter or 45 ml. Now next part is density of the liquid. We have to find the density of the liquid. So you must know the volume and mass of the liquid. Density of liquid equals to mass of the liquid upon volume of the liquid. Here how will you find out the mass of the liquid? Mass of the liquid equals to 65 minus 30, because weight of or mass of empty RD bottle is 30 grams, but when filled with liquid is 65 grams. So 65 minus 30 equals to 35 grams, that is the mass of the liquid. Now we have to find the density of the liquid. Density of liquid equals to mass of liquid upon volume of liquid. Now we know mass of the liquid is 35 gram and volume is 45 ml or 45 cubic centimeter. So 35 upon 45 will give you the answer 0.77 gram per cubic centimeter. And part C is you have to find the relative density. What is relative density? It is the density of a substance upon density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Here the density of the liquid is 0.77 gram per cubic centimeter and the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So 0.77 gram per cubic centimeter upon 1 gram per cubic centimeter will give you 0.77. As relative density is a ratio of two densities, so it has no unit. Gram per cubic centimeters will be cancelled. So what is the answer now? 0.77. So relative density is 0.77. So we have completed chapter number 2, measurement. We have done the explanation, we have discussed the question answers, both short and long, and exercises also. So do the exercises very well in your books and question answers do very properly and neatly in your physics copies and submit the copies for correction and revise the lesson very well. Go through the lessons, read them very well, very thoroughly, and we have also discussed the numericals. Do them very neatly in your copies. Hope you have understood the lesson, question answers and numericals. Now let's revise. What is matter? Matter, any substance that has mass and that occupies space is called matter, and matter is made up of very small particles which are called atoms or molecules. According to kinetic theory, the molecules, they have spaces between them, and the space between the molecules is called intermolecular space, and they exert a force of attraction on each other, which is called intermolecular force of attraction. And we know that there are 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In solids, the molecules are very closely packed, tightly packed, so intermolecular space is negligible and intermolecular force of attraction is very strong. And kinetic energy is minimum because being tightly packed, they cannot leave their positions, they have fixed positions in solids. In liquids, the molecules are less closely packed than solids, so they can flow, they have spaces between them, and force of attraction is weak here as compared to solids, and they can flow within the boundary of the liquid, but they cannot leave their boundary of the liquid. They cannot leave the boundary of the liquid, they just flow within the boundary of the liquid. And kinetic energy is more than solids, particles of solids. And in case of gases, the molecules are very loosely packed, intermolecular space is very large, and intermolecular force of attraction is negligible. They are free to move, they can occupy all the space which is available to them, and kinetic energy is maximum here. Now we see that every substance has mass, certain mass and volume, and it occupies space, so it has volume. So mass and volume, they are related to each other. If mass is increased, the volume also increases. Now if volumes are equal of different substances, they have different masses. Though volumes are equal, but they have different masses in case of different substances. Like mass of 1 glass of water is more than the mass of equal volume of kerosene. We see that water is heavier than kerosene, though they are equal in volume, but they have different masses. Water is heavier than kerosene. What is the reason? The reason is that water is denser than kerosene. Density of water is more because of the molecular arrangement. Molecules are dense, more closely packed. or water is denser than kerosene. Now equal masses of different substances have different volumes. In case 1, the volumes were equal but masses were different, and here masses are equal but volumes are different. An example is the volume of common salt is much larger than the volume of equal mass of an iron weight. So, though their masses are equal, but their volumes are different. We can also take the example of iron and cotton. 1 kg of iron and 1 kg of cotton masses are equal but their volumes are different. Space occupied by them is different. Now we are talking about mass. What is mass? Mass is the amount of matter contained in an object. It is the amount of matter which an object contains. And how do we measure mass? Mass is measured. What are the units? Mass is measured in gram, kilogram, etc. And now what is volume? Volume is the space which is occupied by an object. So volume is the space occupied by an object. Now we have understood what is matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. And what is matter made up of? It is made up of very, very small particles which are called atoms or molecules, and the molecules have some spaces between them. The space is called intermolecular space, and they exert a force of attraction on each other, which is called intermolecular force of attraction. We have also learned about the molecular arrangement in different states of matter, solid, liquid and gas. Now we have seen what is mass, what is volume. Now let's see what is density. Density refers to how closely packed are the molecules or particles of substance. So it is the mass per unit volume of a substance, or D equals to M upon P. Now what is density? Density is mass per unit volume of a substance, and it refers to how closely or how densely packed are the molecules. So here you can see the molecular arrangement in solid, liquid and gas. In solid, the molecules are very closely packed. In liquid, less closely packed. And in gases, in the intermolecular space is very large, and molecules are far apart from each other. So just now we saw the molecular arrangement in solid, liquid and gas. So according to kinetic theory of matter, intermolecular spaces are very small in solids. It means the molecules are very closely packed. While in liquids, the intermolecular spaces are more than the solids. It means that the molecules are loosely packed as compared to solids. And in gases, the intermolecular spaces are much greater than solids and liquids. That means that the molecules are very, very loosely packed. They are free to move in any direction, and they can occupy the whole space which is available to them. So intermolecular force of attraction is negligible there. So this is the reason that a substance is highly dense in solid state, less dense in liquid state and least dense in gaseous state. This shows us that density depends on the molecular arrangement. If the molecules are very closely packed, then the substance is more dense. If less closely packed, then less dense. If loosely packed, very loosely packed, then the substance is least dense. So here is the case in solid, liquids and gases. So this shows density depends on the molecular arrangement. So we see that water is different from other solids, as a substance in its solid form is more dense. Density is maximum in the solid form, but water is less dense as a solid. This is because the particles on freezing, they move apart slightly, so volume increases, hence density decreases, because volume and density, they are inversely proportional to each other. So you can see here that water is less dense as a solid. Here you can see the molecular arrangement of water and ice. In ice, the molecules are less closely packed as compared to water. So ice occupies more space, so it is less dense. So water is less dense in its solid state than in its liquid state. We can see the example of huge icebergs. You see huge icebergs float on water. Now what is the reason? The reason is the same, that water in its solid form is less dense as compared to its liquid form. So huge icebergs float in seawater and their volume is 11/12 underwater and 1/12 is above seawater.